In this session, I will cover mFiles notifications. Hello, my name is David Anderson, a solutions trainer here at Marco. I will be your guide for today's topic. Today's agenda, I will cover basic notification and client-side notification rules. I will demonstrate how to create a client-side notification rule Event occurs, gives a message when it happens. This is a high level and is set by the choices in the event subscription area. For example, if my event was new document or other object and I selected to receive the notification when the event occurs, I would get an email every time a document or object was added to mFiles. This is too much, so I need to apply some filters. Object Matches Filter. Pick what day to be notified, and group the message or one at a time. If my event was new document or other object and I selected when object matches the conditions of the filter, I would get a digested email every day with all the documents or objects added that day to mFiles. That again is too much, so I need to apply more filters. Message Delivery Choices. Define a filter. This is where you set up your choices, just like creating a personal view in mFiles. Event Subscriptions. You can mark as many of these boxes as you want. I will leave the Exclude unmarked for this demo, so we can see the notifications under this mFiles user. What we're going to do is we're going to start by adding a very simple notification. I'm going to select John Doe, and we're going to flag this message. This will give us a notification when any changes are made to this document. I'm going to click OK. We're going to advance John Doe in the workflow. So an offer has been made to John Doe. I'm going to click Save. Now what I want to do is I'm going to click Home, and I'm going to create a notification rule. This is done by going up to your user profile, clicking, and selecting User Settings, Notification Settings. I'm going to select Add New. Here I'm going to give it a name. This is going to be called Vendor Invoice. And notice this first area is grayed out. That's because I'm not the administrator. If I was the administrator, I could choose between a private rule or a common rule. A common rule is basically would be shared with everybody. Since I'm not the administrator, it is grayed out and private rule is selected. Go down Notification Sent when an event occurs. And the events are down below here. I'm going to say when a new document is added or a change to that document. Now again, that's still a little broad, so what I want to do is add some more information. There's our notification by email that flag document changed. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Now, when do I want to get the message? When the event happens. So to make it not as broad, I'm going to apply a filter. Now, when you take a look at this, this looks exactly like the advanced search as well as creating personal views. I'm going to click Properties, add a condition. In this case, it's going to be a class, and the class is going to equal vendor invoice. I'm going to add another condition. This is going to be vendor object, because what we're looking at is vendor invoices from a certain company, and that's going to be Expert Bike Company. I'm going to click OK, review my information. And notice I did not mark the box down here at the bottom. That's because I want to show you cause and effect. If I mark this box, it would exclude me from making changes to the document, so I won't receive those notifications. More than likely, that's something you're going to want to mark in your notification rule. I'm going to click OK. Click OK. And now we're going to go and we're going to add a vendor invoice, and that happens to be A. And we're going to send it to MFiles. And it's going to be, the class will be vendor invoice. And it's going to be from Expert Bike Company. It's going to have today's date and invoice number. And click on Create. Now, when we go into our email, we're going to see that first notification that we received, and this was from flagging that message. So that was very simplistic. As we're waiting here, we're going to see that vendor invoice notification come across in the email. And there it is. Now, what's nice about this notification is that it does provide you a hyperlink. So if I want to see the exact document that was added or changes to it, when I click on this, MFiles will open up another instance of MFiles and take you directly to that file. Pretty cool. We're going to click on the X here to close that, minimize this. I'm going to go back to MFiles. We're going to create another rule notification. To do that, I go to my user profile, click, go to user settings, notification settings, and we're going to click on add. This one is going to be photos by Jim. When the event happens, so that's going to be a new document or change, I want to receive a separate notification, define my filter, properties, add condition, class will be pictures, add condition, picture taken by Jim Legg. Click OK, review my information, click OK, click OK. So let's add some pictures by Jim Legg. We're going to go to our picture file. We're going to add the fall walk. We'll send that to MFiles. We're going to skip the conversion. This is for creating a OCR document. So we're going to skip that. We're going to say the class is picture taken by Jim. Rating, we're going to say 8, and we're going to say, no, we're not going to print that. Create. Now we're waiting for that notification. I'm going to add another picture and send it to MFiles. This one's going to be my Mike Larson. Rating is going to be 9. And yes, we want to print it. And we'll select Create. Now, when I review my Outlook, we're going to see we got another notification. Notice we only got one. We did not get two in this case. And again, if I wanted to view the file, I could click on the link, opens another instance of MFiles for you to review that document for change. What I want to do is I'm going to go back now. We didn't receive for the second photo because that second photo was taken by Mike Larson. If I make a change here, and we're going to say it was actually taken by Jim Legg, and click on Save, I've updated the document. Now, when I go back into my Outlook, we'll receive a notification for the update that we made to the document because that was one of the events that we selected. We selected two events. The first one was for a new document and changes to the document. And that should be coming in here in just a moment. There's my new notification for that change. I'm going to jump back into MFiles here. And the other thing to point out is if you want to make edits to your notification is you come up to your user profile, click, go to user settings, notification settings, You can select the notice that you want to make a change to and select Edit to make a change. Now also, if you forget the document that you flagged, you can select that flagged document here and you can remove it that easily. Click OK, click Home. That concludes the demonstration. I've covered basic notifications and client-side notification rules. I've demonstrated how to create a client-side notification rule. Scan the QR code with your smartphone and complete the evaluation for this e-learning topic. If you need additional assistance, please contact us.